Everybody, we're back here with another live stream today. It's gonna be another good day with trading. I'm gonna focus on taking opportunities if they present themselves. You know, that's all it is. Yesterday was a good trading session with the news that we did have. We got to really see like what happens in the market when FOMC minutes came out. So it was good to review all of that and then record everything into our notes. And we saw the buy side liquidity taken on NQ. So a lot of this, let me bring this over. This is really where the best setup happened. I didn't take it because it was a breaker. I usually don't trade breakers as much as I do inversions. And we inverse this, but I didn't like that inverse as much. But we ended up using a breaker with SMT and the wicks. Then we ended up trading higher here with all this buy side liquidity. But I did take this buy from this inversion here in the 30-second, and then it came up, and then we hit break even. So that's okay. So we're just going to focus on going forward now. We're not going to focus on the past. We're going to stick to our injecting logics here, where each trade I take is a mental capital point. Is the next trade worth the point? Am I in tunnel vision? Am I accepting the risk? Am I open to any outcome? And I must have a peace of mind when I place a trade. So the mental capital is more important. So focusing on the execution and not the money or the dopamine of taking a trade. So it's really about waiting and seeing a setup form. If we're going to take a 30-second trade, this is typically what I want to look for here. Something like this. Something like this here, 30-second inversion, take the trade, go up to the high. So that's if we're trading 30-second, which I'd prefer not to trade 30-second. I'd prefer to stick to the higher time frame. But we'll see what we get here, you know? 4-hour candle's gonna close in 5 minutes, 6 minutes or so, actually. If we don't close this inversion, looks like we could trade back down in the lower part of the range from earlier. Just looking like that's what we might be getting now. We just inversed the 2-minute here. We inverse this 1 minute here. We're trading lower. We inverse this 30-second here, and then we started trading lower. We had SMT at the wicks here. Right after the news. Wasn't paying attention to this, so I didn't get to take advantage of that. But I wouldn't want to take that anyway. It's very, very risky, but because we were like so bullish this morning. I mean, this is, you're taking it so soon, but I mean, it's possible to take something like that. We did have SMT at the highs, so I mean, if you're really looking at a potential setup that just happened, I mean, this isn't A+ to my plan, but this could be like a 30-second inverse here. We close that inverse and we retest it here. Wonder if we have a 15-second wick inverse here. Yes, we do. Higher high here, lower high there in the wick. So this could be an entry rate. Let's say you got in right here. Risk 20 points. Go for 20 points right here. But if you'd rather have a little bit of a safer trade, you could look for something like this. Just for something like that, you know. Down here, but we're at the 4-hour low again. But this is actually not terrible. So I want to mark this up just in my notebook. From here to here. Higher high. From here to here. Lower high. Inversed. Let me just target the sell side within this range. And you can measure this swing here. Bring us to the -1. Possibly lower. Measure that. I want to put that in my 30-second notes here. So 2-22. Just for like a trade model that we got here. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's see, let's see. That's it for trade. There we go. Cool. We're up and running. Up and running here. we do not inverse this 3 minute, we want to see if we want to get back into this range. Nothing's A plus yet. So if you go to the 5 minute, where's liquidity? High, high, high. I see a lot of liquidity down below here. You know? A lot of liquidity down here. If you can't see that, you might be a moron. There's a bunch of equal lows down here. But we're already bullish, so we'll see. See what we get here over the next little bit. Maybe we inverse this and go higher, but that's possible. For right now, let's go sit out. Just observe price. I wonder if we're going to reach lower down into this range here. We have more SMT. Oh yeah, we took out this high again here on YM. What am I doing? There we go, there we go. Close that out. 15-second for value gap there that could inverse, but I'm not really seeing a main inverse I'd want to take. I mean, we just had inverse here on ES, but still that's not the greatest because we just took out the swing low as well. I'd want to see more information printed here. Maybe we get up a little higher here on NQ. Where's YM sitting on the daily? Yeah, all-time highs, so just sitting up there. We'll see what happens here. So we got existing home sales at 10 o'clock today, which is right now. So I want to see what happens with this. So we actually have lower. Oh, no, that's not lower. We have more existing home sales. So more homes are sold than expected. So almost 250,000 more than last time. A little bit less than 250,000. So we'll see. So I don't know why my stream's telling me it's... I wonder if the stream's even working. Saying I'm live. Yeah, there we go. We're good. Wonder if we're gonna inverse this and go higher, take out this high. Maybe we shift lower one more time. I'd like to look for something like that. Or if we want to keep reaching up there, then I mean that's what we do today. You know, it's stick with the plan. We're obviously bullish. So if we really look at the higher time frame, bullish order flow. We took out this low here. Okay, and then we ended up shifting higher. Let's see. I want to look at all three of them actually. So bullish SMT here on the 15 minute. That 15 minute close bullish here on YM, so looks like it might want to continue, but anything can happen. We got SMT down here. Maybe we just continue up to this high now. I don't want to force anything, you know. I mean, this could just really start ripping up, you know. It can happen. Even if we get this 3-minute inverse. Let's see if anything clean really happens here. I'm logged in. I traded on another tab. What? Logged in here. I'm gonna log out. Log in on this one. Here we go. Okay, now we're flipping back around here. Still no inverse. 15-second inverse here. We didn't hit this low. I'm expecting, I would expect a short right here to this low at least. 7 points. Possibly down here and down to here. Maybe 50 points if we reach all the way down there. Finally getting something. Livestream didn't stop, did it? No, it didn't. I don't know why it's not showing me the analytics or anything. Weird. What are we getting now? Not taking a trade just based on an inversion. I used to do stuff like that, and that's not really the best thing to do. It's time. What time is it? It's in our macro, so it's a good time to trade. Then it's our narrative, which our narrative right now, which is our narrative is obviously bullish. We never closed up above the 4-hour high. We just wicked it in the order block. So this is kind of showing some signs of weakness within here, you know. So maybe we just continue to go higher or fold over. We'll see. We'll see this. A lot of people think this could be like a resistance here. But I see a lot of liquidity up here in this gap we've never really dug into. So I think that's possible to get up there. Do I want to inverse this 3 minute? Not really, but we do have the order block paired with an inverse here if we get this closure. So a bullish order block. So if we inverse this now, okay, let's say we got this 2 minute inverse. It's paired with, looks like SMT, we're gonna get the lows here. Probably just tap into that and just rip off. I just want to watch this 2 minute inverse here. I don't know if we're going to get it. It doesn't look that promising, so I'm just going to tape read it. I don't even want to paper trade it if we do get this closure. I'd rather wait for something a little bit better. I'd like to see liquidity taking some more. Also, at the same time, I don't want to be too conservative, you know? Like to the point of where I don't take anything. But this doesn't look like high probability. It doesn't really tell me where it wants to go to. So just gonna sit out on this one here. 3 minute, it's gonna close soon. 2 minute didn't inverse it, but yeah, we'll see. So if it does go long here, which I'm not taking this long, I'm just gonna tape read this one. Let's say 50% of this wick here shouldn't be hit. But it's over 20 points, so this isn't a good setup. Some new brokers on here. So we just inverse that 3 minute there. I'm not even gonna paper trade this one. Let's say you got in here. I'm not a huge fan, you know? Trade it down. Yes, we got our SMT, but it's not a high probability to me. I think it can pull right back down if it really wants to. We're in this order block here now. When in doubt, just wait. That's how you do it. Exactly. You know when not to get in a trade, so. Happy I can do that. That's awesome. Happy with this equity curve too, so I really want to see. It's got a little less than, actually a little more than 500. Just to pass this account. So, I mean, if we get an A plus setup, I'll take a trade, you know? I'll just look for like a 2 to 1 or whatever. And I'll look for something, but like I said, nothing's clear right now, you know? Nothing's A plus to me. It's not screaming like, oh, I want to reach to this high, so yeah, it's just I'm just gonna sit out until something really presents. We're building up a lot of this low resistance liquidity. LR, low resistance liquidity round if we get it. Let's see. Notice that fair value gap we just tapped into here. Looks like we're about to close this 2-minute bullish. It's just not something I want to be part of anyway. Even if it does go to the high like we're expecting, I don't really want to be part of this. I personally don't think it's high probability to reach that high. But if it wants to go, I mean, we got this 30-second inversion here. We just hit this high again in this fair value gap. But if we inverse this fair value gap here in the 30-second, we're probably going to keep working lower. Not a high probability condition. If you want to trade this, go for it, but not me. I'd rather go over like a Bitcoin review right now or some shit, you know? But we'll see even on this shit. This is getting wild too. Wouldn't mind seeing a flash crash right before the halving. So we're in a... ETH is in a volume imbalance up here. Oh, it's about to be in a volume imbalance. Make that red. Another one up there. Just broke through a monthly one. Use that as pure support right there. Broke above it, support, ripping up. It's probably just gonna keep acting as support here, moving higher. Nothing here in these indices I really want to partake in. We do have this inverse here. 4-minute invert, just inverse this. Now let's see if it wants to go higher. Just nothing really that clean to me right now. We've got our market open down here. Opened up, looked the high, hit the low, shifted up. Now we're just chilling. Still not much going on. So everybody, I just took this trade that was right here. Sorry I was not speaking, but I was doing some house shopping with like a realtor that I was talking to, so I had to get going. But anyways, we took out this high here. We had SMT at the highs with YM, and now we're just trading back down to the lows. I'm looking for this to just continue down. It can come back into here, which if it does, it'll hit my break even. That's completely fine. But I'm just looking for a continuation down to the sell side that we have down lower, within the lower part of this range here. If we get it, we get it. If we don't get it. I mean, it is what it is. Looks like it's about to hit my break even. That's okay. We got this breaker there, and then we can just still pay attention to what we get here in price action. So I want to continue just to watch what we get in this area. So notice how we're getting up here in the 2-minute time frame. That's fair value gap. We have yet to hit the buy stop here, so we haven't hit that yet. I'm just looking for a continuation down to this low. If we break this low here, I'm going to move my buy stop and profit just a little bit more. So if we get a 30-second, no. Yeah, I got a 15-second. But yeah, we'll see. It looked like we're just rejecting here SMT at these wicks, so we might trade up a little bit higher before coming back down. I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. I didn't get the best entry, but I was really just watching this as I was on the phone. Traded to the high with the SMT. We started shifting lower, and then we hit out this, and then we shifted down one more time, so we shouldn't come back up above this high. I was thinking here. So when we shifted down, we had the SMT, and then we came down, and we had a higher high here, so the SMT was there, and I was just looking for price to continue down. So we're trading down lower here now. So like we're looking for, let's say, 60 points on this one. So we go 60 points, I believe, would be 400, 20, 46 times 3. So that'd be a $1,200 trade, which is a pretty nice setup if we reach down there. It doesn't need to. If it does, that'd be awesome, but it doesn't need to. We can come right back to break even. I only got one position on this, so it is what it is. Like I was saying this morning, we do have the sell side down below here that I'm looking for to target. I could close this out a little early, but we just got a nice 5-minute closure now. I don't really want to see it come back up above 50% of this 5-minute now. It's nice that we're trading back in a little bit. Looks like we could just continue down lower at this point. We got sell side here from data lows on YM that we have not hit yet. 930's open is down a little bit lower. We just hit data lows on ES, which kind of, it can give us a reaction here. But overall, I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit lower price action. We got bullish at some, yeah, we got bullish SMT there, but we'll see. I'm not going to get too worked up in these lower time frames. I mean, anything can happen, you know. I'm okay with a buy back to my break even, or I'm okay with a short down to my TP. It's like I don't really give a shit. We got bullish SMT at these lows now, so higher low, lower low. So we could send right up above this high if we get this closure here and this inverse in the next 14 seconds. Looking like that's what might happen, but I don't really care. Like I said. Move 30 points already. Yeah, so we just closed below this inverse, actually. So we didn't even inverse this yet, which looks like we might soon. So if we do, we're going to possibly hit up to this high, and then we're probably going to hit my buy stop there. So that'd just be like a partial break even, but obviously we just didn't close it again. We just kept rejecting it. So now we're trading up again into this order block here. So if we pair it with what we're getting over here, we got this 1 minute inverse. We took out this liquidity and we hit this opening range from 830. So we hit the 830 open. So no shit on why we're seeing a reaction. Like, it kind of makes sense. Buy stop's about to be hit. It's all good. But we just have a higher high here. Lower high here. It's more bearish SMT. I know macro just started, so we're just pulling back up in here. So this could still, since we took out this high, this could really still just send right down. We got a 15-minute inverse now. So this inverse is 15-minute. Maybe now we've reached this low here. Trade down to this low. Get the SMT there. Let's see if it just wants to keep ripping now, you know? I'm okay with anything happening, so let's just see. I could lock in just 1% on this trade, but like I said, I'm not trying to home run this. I'm just trying to see if we can reach down to this liquidity, you know? It's not 100% clear, but it's possible. We could reach down to this order block on ES and we trade down to these equal lows here on NQ. And I mean, that's just what I'm aiming for. I don't need to be right to make money. Like, I could lock it in right now and just be okay. Just stick to the higher time frame, see what we get here. It's over the next, like, I don't know, 15 minutes. Yeah, that's when our macro line in 15 minutes, so we'll see. We're coming back into that area again where we rejected that 15-second. After taking out this low that we're looking at. So you're going to expect price to do this. I just like how we traded into this fair value gap up here and we didn't up here. Now we can just continue down lower possibly. Give us that bearish order flow. Let's see what we get, you know? It's all good. I would not want to enter all the way down here though. Like that's the only issue. Like, yes, we had the 15-second inversion, but like I wouldn't want to enter all the way down here. And like we can really shift up, create another inversion, hit this volume imbalance, this breaker again or something. And then we could shift down again later. But like I said, I'd prefer that not to happen because that means I got to look for another trade. But I'd rather just see it just trade down now at this point, you know. That'd be the best situation. So new 5 minute just opened. I wonder if we're going to tap into this fair value gap. Looks like we're going to. I mean, at this point, I might as well just move this back up because I want to let it have some breathing room if it wants to tap this fair value gap and give us more SMT here. Like, it's possible to do that, so just move that just to like pure break even at this point. I don't like how we're trading down here, but we're still staying bullish on this. So let's see if we get a break even or if we get a win here. Not that big of a deal to me. you go back over here to this chart, this entry was here, 2020. If you're really just going for 20 points, this would have been a win already, you know? Like, this would have been a win right here. I don't like that we're building up all this LR up here, though. Low resistance liquidity. With these equal highs now. Now it looks like we're coming to this low. If we take out this low here on YM and we're still in this range, I'm going to have to close the trade. I feel we're hanging out here for like a little bit too long. I think we're just hanging in here too long. We got the order block now. We're up. I mean, if we come right back down to here, I mean, that's 400. I'm not looking at a dollar amount. I'm just looking at execution and style here, but I'm just looking at the overall bigger picture. Overall, we're bullish. We just pulled back down in this range from this morning. Pulled back into this fair value gap. We're hitting that order block. We're hitting a discount here. Did we hit this low? No, we hit this internal low, though. We left these. So let's see. Do we hit this low or do we not? Like, it's just got to keep paying attention. What do we get here? I want to see strong displacement if we're going to go lower. So we're still playing that fair value gap. We're at our 20 points from the move here. So we could close this out and stick to our plan for the 20 points. Or we can just hold. So let's just hold and see, you know? If it hits me out, it hits me out. I don't really care. We never hit this low yet, so we don't have any full bullish SMT, you know? So we got to see this low. This low just got hit, so we got to see if that wants to stay intact now. So now I need to see this trade like fast with displacement. And it doesn't look like we're going to get that. I said I was going to close it if it hits that, which I have to close it. So I'm closing the trade right now because we just hit that low. We're overall bullish, so I just need to be happy. Locked in 335 in this account, so it is what it is. I mean, I could have had a little bit of a better entry there. I could have traded on my other account, but I mean, if we're really looking at this, wasn't the best situation, but took the trade here. Could have locked in profit there when we hit the the 930 open, but just took it right there when we hit the low on YM. But YM's about to close bearish. I mean, if this just trades down low, whatever, it is what it is. I just got to walk away at this point. No big deal. Because we hit the data lows, and I wanted to lock in profit because I only had one contract open for that 1-to-1. So, more sticking with the plan, the better. But, happy it played out the way it did. So, looking for this. Let's say this trade here. Actually, let's put a lot over here. So close that out. So the SMT gave me indication that I wanted to sell. So now we got all this LR up here. So low resistance, LRL, low resistance, liquidity. I personally think it's 50-50 at this point. Because now look, we're taking the low here and we're reacting right off of it. So I just want to pay attention to that's what we have here. So that's a nice little move. Not bad in my opinion. Leave it as that. But I'm going to get off. I have a lot of work I got to get done for today. So see if there's one.